So this is my review of Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. So I don't think this movie is as good as the first movie. I think the first is a better movie. And I think the first movie has a better story than this one. I do think this one is a little more fun to watch, but I think that doesn't make up for the story just being better in the first. At least I think the story is better in the first movie. The first had a story that was like one of the best stories I had seen in a while. But with this movie, like the story is fine. Like it's pretty good. It's still pretty good. It's just not as good as the story in Rise. Because that movie just has a better story. It has a very good story. Like I said in my last video. That's basically all I talked about in my last video. And this one still has a great story. Just not nearly as good as Rise. I do think the apes are better in this movie. Like I think in the first movie, like it was just great overall. But I think here the apes are better. And just the human characters are not as good as in the first movie. But at least the apes are a lot better than in the first movie. At least in my opinion. And I think here the apes are very good. Like they are great. But the human characters aren't as great. And I think at the end I didn't really care for any of the human characters anywhere near as much as in the first movie. Because those were like just better characters. And like I said, I did enjoy this movie more. Because it's just more enjoyable. But I think it also has to do with the apes being better. Because the apes are just very enjoyable to watch. And that was also the case in the first movie. But I think here they are just better. Which makes them more fun to watch. I don't know if Caesar specifically was better in this movie. I mean, I really liked seeing him growing up in the first movie. But I also think here he is great. I think he's great in this movie. I think he's great in the last movie. So I think that's pretty close. I think I slightly like him in the first movie more. But just the apes in general are better in this movie than in the first movie. And I mean, yes, I think this movie is not as good as the first movie. But I still think it's a great movie. Like I said, this is still a great movie. So with people saying this is like one of the best trilogies of all time, it can still be that, depending on the quality of the third movie, which I have not watched. I actually don't even really know the name of the third movie. But whatever that movie is, if it's also like really good, like that will make it an amazing trilogy. At least hopefully more than this one. I mean, it's already an amazing trilogy with those two. I just think Rise is better than this movie. And I want to say by not a lot, but actually I think Rise is like a lot better. Now that I'm really thinking about it. Just like the last movie, I don't have any like specific scenes that I think are like standouts and I think are like the best out of this movie. I think just the entire movie is good and it's just enjoyable the entire way through, which I have literally said in my last 4 videos as well. But it's true for all of those movies. Which just like in my last video makes it seem like I'm scared to critique movies. When I'm not, I'm just choosing good movies because this is a good movie. The last 4 movies were also good movies. So if I watch a bad movie, I'm going to say it's a bad movie. It does suck that in like this movie, the last movie, 2012 and Cloverfield, I have not been able to point out like specific scenes that are great and like the entire movie is great. Because like, yeah, that's good that the entire movie is great. But I do like talking about like specific scenes that they are really good. So I don't know what my next movie will be, but I hope it will actually have more standout scenes compared to this one as the last movies have done. Next, I might do like Punisher. I think there's a new Punisher movie. I'm pretty sure that came out a few days ago. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure a Punisher movie came out like a few days ago. After that, I will most likely do whatever the third movie in this trilogy is. I also don't really know the name of that movie. I'm pretty sure it's like War on the Planet of the Apes. I'm pretty sure that's the name of that movie. I will do that one after this one, or after Punisher. I have no idea. I will never promise what I will do next. I've said it before, I don't make promises anymore because I never keep them. But I will most likely do a movie next if you suggest one in the comments down below. I've not gotten a suggestion yet, but when I do, I will probably do that movie immediately, whatever the movie that gets suggested is. So please suggest your movie in the comments down below. Subscribe if you want to see me review more movies, and thanks for watching.